Today we got some new development news from the upcoming Dinosaur Evolutionary survival game, Historia. Mainly today we have dinosaur news. In fact, everything today is regarding the dinosaurs in the game, so strap yourselves in for a lot of dinosaur and other prehistoric creature news from this dinosaur game. Very interesting one at that. Of course, today I'll be giving you everything you need to know about this development update, or what we know has been released since my last video. However, if you are new to Historia and you haven't checked out Historia before, I recommend you go and watch some of my older videos about this game, because you'll definitely be intrigued about it and you might enjoy it. This video is split into different segments. We're going about the different creatures in the game, from the Melanorosaurus to some stuff about growth or dimorphism, as well as talking about Mixosaurus in this game. And all the timestamps are on the screen now, so you can go to those exact ones and go to those specific ones that tickle your fancy. However, if you do enjoy this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton, and you'll be kept in the loop with every single dinosaur game, or almost all dinosaur games that you should be aware of. Anyways, let's dive right into this video. So firstly, we have Melanorosaurus to talk about today, and this is basically how the dinosaur will look like in the game. So let's go ahead and talk about this brand new dinosaur, which I talked about fully and introduced fully in my last video. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. But we got some more interesting glimpses of this cool looking sauropodomorph dinosaur. So we all know and love the model for Melanorosaurus. I've shown it off in my last video. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous and it looks very nice overall. I do want to touch up on where they got this skin from. It was a skin contest entry, and this is the entry that actually won. Now have a look at and compare the model and the skin entry. They are pretty much identical apart from the black lines on the face. Other than that, it's identical and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love how close they've got it to the actual skin that was designed and picked from the skin contest. Another thing that I do want to talk about for Melanorosaurus is the absolutely beautiful render of this dinosaur, which I have on the screen right now. It shows how much detail is in this dinosaur, and in the right lighting, it looks absolutely amazing. I do want to point out some things, however. Firstly, the colours on this dinosaur look absolutely brilliant. The vibrancy on the orange is very nice overall. And I also want to point out the tail of this dinosaur. As we zoom into the tail, you can see some grooves or indents into the skin. Probably some stretch marks or growth marks for this dinosaur. However, if you look closely, you can see what looks like these scales, and you can see how tightly packed and how small these scales are, and they look absolutely incredible. The attention to detail on this model is amazing, and it gives a good glimpse of what the attention to detail will be on future models in the game in the future. What do you guys think about the Melanorosaurus model? Let me know in the comments down below. So let's go ahead and have a look at something that I do want to point out. Let's roll it back and get that image that I just showed on the screen back on the screen. The one about Melanorosaurus. And, well, this is sexual dimorphism within the game to an extreme that they're showcasing us here. You can basically see a very big difference between the female Melanorosaurus, with the female not having a dewlap. Its colours are a lot duller, and it's not got the spikes on the back of the head like the male has. And, well, yeah, there's also that drop in coloration, which is the usual from what you'd expect from dinosaurs depicted in paleo art. I also want to say there is a model variation where this dinosaur has a dewlap and does not have a dewlap, but it also has the same skin tone. So we could see that the male can have any, or the female could have any. Depends. Will the female always have the duller skin but be able to get the dewlap, or will the male only be able to have the dewlap and all that? Who knows? However, the devs did say this, which gives us some insight on it, and it's very interesting to know. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. They said, "Hello everybody, as a final update to our sexual dimorphism and textured skin for the Melanoro, I would like to present this amazing render done by our fantastic animator Wobbly. Here you can clearly see the differences between male and female. This is an example of extreme dimorphism that we have planned for the game." What I like about this and what they said say here is that they say this is an example of extreme dimorphism. Note the extreme. This could indicate that we could see lesser forms of dimorphism, more relaxed, less extreme forms. It basically indicates that you've got the extreme form, which is this, and a more lesser extent of the dimorphism as well, which we haven't seen yet, which is very interesting. Developers, if you want to correct me on this if I'm wrong, if you want to tell me and accidentally leak if, you know, there's more dimorphism to the game rather than extreme, let me know in the comments down below. But what do you guys think about the dimorphism? Do you think we'll have extreme, mild, and lesser, or do you think we'll just have extreme and lesser? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about this. Next up, we have the Mixosaurus, which I'm going to be talking about right now. Mixosaurus is the final part of this video that I'm going to be going over. We have some more animations for this guy, and we have more sounds for this guy as well. So we have quite a bit to talk about here. So firstly, I want to dive right into the animations because one of them is the funniest animation I've ever seen. However, the first one isn't exactly funny. It's more cool. This is a breaching animation, and it's similar to dolphins. This little guy literally just jumps out the water and goes back in, kind of like dolphins, or very much like dolphins, because these little creatures were basically the dolphins of the Mesozoic, which is very interesting to note. So obviously they'll be playing a similar gameplay style and filling that similar niche. The next one I think is absolutely brilliant. It's basically a throwing animation for the Mixosaurus. It basically yeets the animite out of its mouth and just chucks it into the air, which I think is absolutely cool. The developers did say this when they introduced it. They say the first one is a throwing animation for the Mixo. An example be when it's hunting ammonites, it grabs its prey and throws it out of the water. When it lands back into the water, it's stunned and easier to kill and eat, which, truth be told, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's quite funny, and it kind of feels natural as well, which is very nice. Now let's go to the sounds for this little critter. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to talk about the sound, play it, talk about it, play it, and then at the end I'm just going to play them all one after each other so you guys can hear them all together. Firstly, we have the first broadcast, which I think sounds pretty neat. Here it is on the screen now. Next, we have the friendly call, which to me sounds like a dolphin, and I can definitely see this being one of the more popular calls in the game. Like in Path of Titans, you had that friendly Sarcosuchus call. Here it is on the screen now. The submissive call is next, and it sounds like something that I am familiar with. I don't know why exactly it is. However, here it is on the screen now as well. And next up and finally we have the aggressive call, which kind of sounds like a seagull is laughing at me or a dolphin is laughing at me. Nevertheless, it's very interesting to note. What do you guys think about these sounds? I'll have them all up on the screen now so you can go ahead and just listen to them all and replay and listen to them all. Let me know in the comments down below which one you are most intrigued about. Personally, love that final aggressive call and the friendly call. Personally, being laughed at and the classic dolphin sound intrigues me. Other than that, everybody, that is the brand new update for Historia. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really excited for this game. This is a game that I cannot wait for it to come out. I feel like it won't be out anytime soon, but it's going to be one of those ones that, you know, everyone can get behind. Nevertheless, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you are new and you enjoyed this, made it this far, might as well like, might as well leave a comment. And if you are new, consider subscribing. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.